YouTube. My name is Shaked Bartal, Sports Guy Show. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shaked Bartal, Sports Guy Show. I hope everyone is having a great night, great Wednesday evening. We are literally, ladies and gentlemen, 4 days, 3 days, actually, 4 days away, lost count, 4 days away from the NFC and AFC championship game, which will determine who will go to the Super Bowl. Reason I lost count, here in Charlotte, North Carolina, the home of the NFC South champ, Carolina Panthers, we could be dealing with a massive winter storm starting on Saturday, so I lost count. The NFC AFC championship game is on Sunday, 3:30 and 6:30, and we will know afterward around 10 o'clock Sunday night, maybe 10:30, who is going to the Super Bowl. Will it be the Broncos? What's up, Whoop? How you doing tonight? Will it be the Broncos? Will it be the Seahawks? Will it be the Rams? Will it be the Pats? Who is going to the Super Bowl from the AFC, Broncos or Pats? Who is going to the Super Bowl NFC rematch? Seahawks, Rams. Two pretty good, entertaining games, folks. I'm doing good. Had a bit of technical difficulties, but not a big deal. What's up, Joyce? How you doing? So I figured I'd jump on, talk with you guys about the two big games that we have, which hopefully here in North Carolina will have power because we're supposed to be dealing with massive ice storm. Hopefully we'll have power and be able to watch both of the games and all of that. So it should be two pretty good games, honestly. And also I figure I'd jump in and talk with you guys about the NFL news. So many great coaches have been fired since I last went live talking about the NFL. John Arborough, was let go by the Ravens. He's the new Giant head coach. And today the Buffalo Bills, all the bizarre press conference with their owner, Terry Pagula, and their general manager, Brendan Bean, talked about basically firing their head coach. Sean McDermott was one heck of a coach. Folks. And literally the Bills have let him go because they lost. What's up, Sauron? What's up? They lost to the Broncos. And a call that, here's the deal. I'm not a Bills fan. I'm a Panthers fan. But I got to tell you, folks, Brandon Cook caught that ball in overtime. He made a catch. And what I also don't understand, why they did not have a replay assistant intervene in a playoff game and decide if it's a catch or not. Are you freaking kidding me? So I guess the NFL wanted Denver Broncos to host the AFC Championship game. And folks, we speak English on this channel. We speak English, we speak about the NFL on this channel. Video gaming, and all of that, but right now we're speaking about the NFL, folks. So many teams, honestly, made some interesting hiring. Like the Titans hiring Robert Saleh. I mean, he's a great defensive mind coach, but in his previous time as a head coach of the Jets, he didn't do a good job of developing Zach Wilson, who's literally a bust. Was drafted 3rd overall, and he's basically a third-string quarterback right now. So I'm not sure if that will benefit Cam Ward. What's up, Lizzie? So I'm not sure if that will benefit Cam Ward, to be honest with you all. So I think they should have hired an offensive-minded type of a coach. Maybe Cade Kudiak, the Seahawks offensive coordinator, maybe someone else. But to go with a defensive mind coach for a young quarterback, I'm not sure if that was the right move, folks. Even though I believe the Titans will be better next season, but I'm not sure if Cam Ward will be. And that is a big investment because let's be honest, if your starting quarterback does not get it done and you draft him very high, it set you back a couple of years. I mean, look at the Texans. They have a phenomenal defense. They had a phenomenal defense, kept them close against the pass. But CJ Stroud played terrible. Multiple interceptions, really bad fumble. Is he the franchise quarterback at Houston? I'm not sure, to be honest with you all. And if he's not, the Texans are in big trouble. Oh, okay. I believe Etienne is a Steelers fan, so I'm wondering who should want for the Steelers to hire as their next head coach. I mean, you let go of Mike Tomlin, who's a great head coach. I'm wondering if they will hire Vero, maybe Anthony Weaver, the Dolphins defensive coordinator. Plenty of opportunities for this. Jonah Hall? No, I don't think him. No, Flores, I hate to tell you, but he's already signed an extension with the Vikings. He's agreed to an extension with the Vikings, 3-year deal, to be back as the defensive coordinator. I personally want the Steelers to hire Ejiro Vera. Please hire Ejiro Vera from my Carolina Panthers. I'm daring you. Please do that, Pittsburgh. Please do that, Las Vegas Raiders. Hire Ejiro Vera. Because Ejiro Vera is a phenomenal defensive coordinator. He's the best. And you're getting the best starting safety in the NFL, Nick freaking Scott, who is phenomenal. You hire Ejiro Vera, you get a free safety to come in with the Vera and Nick Scott. And you will be so happy. And so will we, because we are going to get 2 third-round picks this year, next year. So please, Pittsburgh, hire Ejiro Vera. Or Raiders, hire Ejiro Vera. And don't worry, you guys are not the one who are losing the third-round pick. It's complimentary pick from the NFL. So I'm wondering who will hire Jesse Minter. Who will hire Jesse Minter? That is... No, Ron Rivera is retired. Riverboat Ron is not going back to the NFL. No way, no how. I have a better chance of being an NFL coach than Ron Rivera, because Ron Rivera is very busy in California, being the general manager for the Cal Golden Bear. No, he's not going to the NFL. But I think Brian Devil, maybe Joe Brady will be the Bills head coach, maybe Jesse Minter. One of those 3, maybe Anthony Weaver potentially. Like I'm baffled by the hire of the Dolphins. They hired the former Boston College head coach who was the Packers defensive coordinator. I'm not sure if that is the right move, to be honest with you all, by the Dolphins. And honestly, the Chargers made a great move. Hiring Mike McDonald to be the offensive coordinator. Justin Herbert is about to put up tremendous number. But the thing with the Chargers, their O-line last couple of years has been the blind spot. It literally been their blind spot for the Chargers. Because you're literally wasting a great quarterback career in Justin Herbert. No, he's not. He's not too old. He's not too old. I mean, I believe he's like 55, 56, maybe 54. I have to look it up. but he's not too old. That could be a great candidate for Pittsburgh. I really believe, and I'm not saying it because I'm a Panthers fan, but I believe Gerald Vera could be a great IO for the Steelers, maybe the Raiders. Like, the biggest loser right now, as far as O-line, offensive coordinator, part of me, is the Buccaneers, which I'm glad. I'm really glad to see that. I mean, they might hire Zach Robinson, who was the Falcons offensive coordinator, but he wasn't good. So, no, I don't think McDermott go to the Giants for defensive coordinator. I mean, if he's going as a defensive coordinator, he might honestly go to Carolina if Gerald Vera accept and get hired by the Steelers or the Raiders. Because McDermott used to be the Panthers defensive coordinator years ago when Ron Rivera was our head coach. So that could be an interesting hire for the Panthers if Rivera leave, which I'm hoping that will be the case. So does Nick Scott. They're welcome to get out of Carolina ASAP. And I will personally escort them to Charlotte International Douglas Airport, one way out of Charlotte. So that is an interesting, something to keep an eye on. I think, honestly, the Giants made a great hire, John Alborough. I really believe they made a great hire. They got a home run hire. But here's the deal. Just because you get a great coach does not mean you will be great next season. Doesn't always work like that. And sometimes you can get an underrated coach who will get the best out of your team. I mean, look at Mike McDonald with the Seahawks. He was 36 years old and taking them to the second season as a head coach, taking them to the NFC Championship game. Look at Sean McVay. A couple of years ago, he was an unknown coach, and he's been phenomenal. So just because you are a known coach doesn't mean you will be great. Just because you are unknown doesn't mean you will be bad. It really depends. I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Robert Saleh, a great defensive coach. But as a head coach of the Jets, he was terrible. So I'm not sure what the Titans did. I'm not sure what the Lions did, hiring the former Cardinals offensive coordinator to be their offensive coordinator of the Lions, because let's be honest, he wasn't good with the Cardinals. And yes, they had injuries to Kyler Murray, but still, he wasn't good with the Cardinals. So that is something interesting to keep an eye on, because the Lions, if they don't have a good season next season, Dan Campbell might be on the hot seat. And just 2 years ago, we were talking about a great coach. And I mean, the thing is with the NFL, just because you made the playoff this season does not mean you will make the playoff next season. And just because you didn't make the playoff next season doesn't guarantee you will make the playoff next season. Because right now, when I'm looking at on paper, I see teams that right now, I don't think they will make the playoff next season. Like, I think the Falcons with Kevin Stefanski, I don't think that is a great hire for them. I really don't. Like, I think they should have hired John Alborough. Then they would be great. Would have been a great team. So Kevin Stefanski is a good coach, but he's not good as John Alborough. He's not good as Sean McDermott. He's not good as Mike Tomlin. He is on the next tier of level of coach, which I think because they hire him, Colt Cousins will be back with the Falcons. And then the question is, what are you going to do with Michael Penix Jr.? I mean, you drafted him 9th overall 2 years ago. What are you going to do with him? Are you going to cut him? No. Are you going to trade him? If so, who would want him? Who would want him? I mean, maybe the Texans is a competition for CJ Stroud, but I doubt it. Maybe the Vikings will trade for Michael Penix. No, I know. But they wasted a pick on him. They wasted a pick on him, the Falcons. And they don't have a first round pick, and they don't have a lot of cap room. They're actually in the negative at the moment. Now, will they get out of the negative? Of course. Speaking of the negative, the Chiefs, folks, are a negative $60 million, something that you don't see every day with the Chiefs. Now, is the Chief dynasty over? I don't think so, because as long as they have Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, they will still be a dangerous team. Now, the thing is, Patrick Mahomes might not be ready for the start of next season because of his torn ACL. So that is a question mark. Another question, what do the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do at offensive coordinator? I think, honestly, I think Arborough didn't go to the Falcons because if you look at the Falcons, they have a great owner. Arthur Blank is a great owner, but he's also a demanding, controlling type of owner. You don't see that situation with the Giants. You don't see the situation with the Giants having a controlling owner. You see that with the Falcons. I mean, literally, if you watch the Falcons whenever they're on TV, guess who is on the sideline standing next to the coach? Arthur Blank. That could be intimidating. That could be intimidating that your boss is literally standing right next to you, watching whatever you do. Can be intimidating. I mean, you don't see David Tepper, the Carolina Panthers owner, standing on the sideline during a game. During the game, you don't see him. You don't see his wife standing on the sideline during the game, standing next to the coach, watching what the coach is doing. You don't see that. You don't see that. And yeah, the NFL is a very demanding job, but at the same time, if the owner is standing next to you, that could be intimidating, folks. That could be very intimidating. No, I agree, but still, could be intimidating. I also think the Falcons roster compared to the Giant roster is not that good. Not only do they don't have a first round pick, but they don't have cap room. I mean, who is going to be their starting quarterback? Colt Cousin? Colt Cousin put up a good numbers, but he's 37 years old. They're going to draft a quarterback in the second round. This is not a deep class. I mean, it could. Maybe the combine, maybe someone will put up great numbers, but this is not a deep class, folks. Devontae Moore is not coming. Dante Moore is not coming out. Arch Manning is not coming out. Carson Beck is coming out, but still, it's not a deep class, quarterback-wise. It's not a great class. Like Fernando Mendoza, yeah, but I think Malik Willis is going to the Dolphins. Like, I think here's the deal about Fernando Mendoza. Let's say this was the quarterback group of 2 years ago when we had Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix and Justin McCarty from the Vikings. I think Fernando Mendoza would have not been a first round pick. He would have probably been a second round pick. And it's not a knock on him. It's not a knock on him because he's a good quarterback. Right. And Drake May, I forgot the MVP. I forgot about. But I mean, Fernando Mendoza, the reason why he's probably going to go first overall, because teams need a quarterback. You need a quarterback you will be reaching for a quarterback, even if it might not be a great quarterback. And I'm not saying he's a bust or he's not going to be a really good quarterback. But what I'm saying is the reason why he's going to go to the Raiders, most than likely, because they don't have a quarterback. And yes, they have a ton of cap space. But who are they going to sign? Are they going to sign Malik Willis? Maybe. But I have a feeling Malik Willis is going to the Dolphins. I mean, quarterback class, look at the quarterback group from 2022. Yeah, they can. They can. They can have whatever they want. But which wide receiver are you referring to? Rams? No, I don't think Dak Prescott is better than Drake May. I don't think Dak Prescott is better than Drake May. He's not. He's inconsistent. He's inconsistent. George Pickens is a free agent. I don't know what the Cowboys will be doing. I'm not sure what Dallas is going to be doing. Yeah, I mean, he's scheduled to be a free agent unless I miss the news. Right, so maybe this. No, I don't think the Steelers will bring back George Pickens. No, Dak Prescott, honestly, is overrated. Dak Prescott is overrated. He's overrated, folks. I mean, he's literally an overrated quarterback playing for the Dallas Cowboys. He's just overrated. Well, I'm just stating the fact. He's overrated. What do you want me to say? Bryce Young is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. A lot of quarterbacks are better than Dak Prescott. He is not going to be an Hall of Famer. He is not going to be an Hall of Famer. I mean, he's a great person from what I know he's doing off the field, but, well, I don't know. And here's the deal. Yes, CB Lamb. Yes, CB Lamb. Yeah, Javonte Williams, George Pickens, Fogelson, the tight end. And yet, his numbers were not that impressive. I mean, put Bryce Young number this season compared to Drake May, compared to Dak Prescott. Put a blindfold. Put Bryce Young numbers this season compared to Dak Prescott. And you will think that the numbers that Bryce Young put was Dak Prescott. And the numbers that Dak Prescott put was Bryce Young. But it wasn't. No, I think Lamar, honestly, is also washed up. I think Lamar Jackson is washed up. And I don't know, did you guys see the rumor going online that the Raiders might go in and trade for Lamar Jackson? I mean, they have a ton of cap space. The Raiders right now projected to have around 100 mil in cap space, maybe 106 to be exact. So that could be interesting if they do that. If they trade for Lamar Jackson. No, I agree, because he's taken a lot of hits in his career. And I have a feeling Jackson Dart can potentially become like Lamar Jackson, because he's fast. Not as fast as Lamar, but he's fast. It's pretty accurate overall. So that could be a good hiring. Could be a good move if John Harbaugh make Jackson Dart like Lamar Jackson. And I mean, the Giants, They have great weapons on offense. Wendell Robinson, Malik Neighbors, Cam Scadaboo, Scadaboo. Try like to say that name. Scadaboo, Scadaboo, Scadaboo. And Teron Tracy. They are missing a couple of old linemen pieces from being really good. Like they drafted, unfortunately for them, Evan Neal with a bust. They need to replace him at right guard. They could use another center, honestly. But outside of that, the Giants could be a dangerous team next season. I mean, the NFC East, my gosh. Literally, it's tough to predict who will win the NFC East next season. Because I personally believe the Eagles will go back, will take a step back. I really do. Commanders should bounce back. Dallas, they will be in the middle of the pack. But don't be shocked, folks, if the Giants win the NFC East next season. Don't be shocked if that happened. The thing with the Eagles, to their defense, they lost a lot of players in free agency. Key players, and they did not replace them. Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, those are two pretty good players that they lost. They didn't do a good job of drafting their replacement. Wait, but A.J. Brown is with the Eagles. A.J. Brown is with the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles, they might lose Nakobe Dean. That is a key player for them. That is a key player for them. They might lose Nakobe Dean. They might lose John Phillips, who they traded the third round pick to the Dolphins for him. Didn't help them much, honestly. And you're right. I mean, the Eagles might trade either A.J. Brown or Devonta Smith, but I doubt it. I doubt it. So the Eagles, I think the Eagles will take a step back. Oh, it does? I wonder, depending on their head coach, don't be surprised if Buffalo trade for A.J. Brown. Because here's the deal, the Bills don't have a good starting wideout. Khalib Shakir wasn't a great wideout. Keenan Coleman, in case you didn't see it today, their owner, not general manager, not coach, but their owner, Kerry Pegula, took a cheap shot at Keenan Coleman. A player who is on the roster, folks, is not a free agent. A player who is on the roster, he took a cheap shot at him, which is ridiculous. Basically stating, we didn't want to draft him. We didn't want to draft him. The coaches recommended we draft him. That is not how you handle a player situation, even if he's not a good player. You don't call him out publicly, especially if you're the owner. Because if I'm Keon Coleman, I speak with my agent and I tell him, get me the heck out of Buffalo ASAP. Speaking of the Bills, I'm going to rebuild in the Buffalo Bills Friday night, folks, on my YouTube channel, on this channel. Friday night, I'm going to rebuild them. I'm going to try to win 2 Super Bowl in the 10th season. And if I don't win a Super Bowl in the first 2 seasons, I have to trade away Josh Allen. But I'm going to keep him for the next 2 seasons. But that is a preview. That is what to come on Friday night on my channel, Buffalo Bills Rebuild. But here's the deal, folks. So Buffalo might trade for A.J. Brown. They should. They literally should. And I mean, I'm looking at the quarterback situation, and I'm wondering what in the world will the Steelers do? Will they bring back Aaron Rodgers? Will they potentially go after Malik Willis? Like, honestly, and I know it's subject to change, but when I'm looking at the free agency quarterback group right now, potentially, I don't see someone that I would jump on it and pay him, I don't know, 25, 35, 45 million a year to be my starting quarterback. I mean, Malik Willis will get a lot of money because literally he's going to be the best quarterback on the market right now. And I mean, Mac Jones is a good quarterback, but what I saw the 49ers are intending to bring him back. And even if they don't, would you pay Mac Jones 35 to 40 million a year to start at quarterback? I wouldn't. If I had the money, if I was the owner, I wouldn't do that. I might give him 50, maybe 20 mil, but I don't know if that would be enough. And I mean, are you comfortable trading for Anthony Richardson? Maybe giving the Colts maybe a 5th round pick? Taking on a 24-year-old project? Maybe. Maybe if you're a coach that need a quarterback but has time and not under pressure, maybe you do that. But the thing is, the Steelers are a mess quarterback-wise. I mean, Will Howard, I don't know if he's going to be a starting quarterback. I really don't. And I don't think he's ready to be a starting quarterback. And I mean, are you trading for Tua Tagovailoa, who has a ton of cap space? Are you trying to sign Jameson Watson? Are you trading for Deshaun Watson? Are you signing Joe Flacco? Or maybe trading for Dylan Gabriel, even though I doubt the Browns will trade Dylan Gabriel to the Steelers in division trade? But the thing is, if you need a quarterback and you're counting on this coming free agency to solve your problem, I feel bad for you. I really do, because I don't see a quarterback that I would jump and say, oh my gosh, my team sign him, he's going to be the franchise savior. I really don't. I mean, maybe someone will sign Daniel Jones. Maybe the Colts will bring him back. They should. And if they don't, and he's a free agent, don't forget, he's coming off a torn Achilles. So he might not be ready for week 1. So literally, this is not the best free agency group quarterback-wise right now. This is more of a free agency group, better defensive-wise, wide out, running back potential, like Rico Dowdle, I think, unfortunately, will get out of Carolina, and maybe Rashid White, and maybe Tyler Algier will leave the Falcons, and White will leave the Buccaneers. And then, I mean, you have a question, quarterback, what are the Texans doing with CJ Stroud? They will probably pick up his 5th-year option, but don't be surprised if they decline it, because he's been inconsistent. The last 2 seasons, CJ Stroud has been inconsistent, folks. And I mean, what do the Seahawks do with Sam Darnold? I mean, they need to keep him, but they might need to give him like 45, maybe 50 mil to keep him, because he's a big reason why they're in the NFC champ. And then the Rams, yes, they have 2 first-round picks, but if Matthew Stafford retired, I'm not sure if this is the draft class you draft a quarterback, the years that you draft a quarterback. You might. And if you're Sean McVay, you have Jimmy Garoppolo, and Stanton Bennett as your 2 quarterbacks. Maybe you have Jimmy G as your bridge quarterback and you draft a quarterback if you're the Rams. Because even if they don't win the Super Bowl, don't be surprised if Matthew Stafford retired, because he's getting up there in age. And he's not a mobile quarterback. He used to be a mobile quarterback with the Lions, but not anymore. So I am curious, who do you guys think will make it to the Super Bowl? And who do you want to see in the Super Bowl? Broncos, Pats, Seahawks, Rams. What Super Bowl matchup do you guys want to see? Let me know in the comment below. Who do you want to see in the Super Bowl? Who do you guys want to see in the Super Bowl, folks? That is the $1,000,000 question. Like, I honestly, when it regard to this playoff situation, like, I wouldn't mind the Rams pass. So Seahawks Denver. Do you think Denver can win the game without Bo Nix, who has suffered a broken ankle? Like what I saw, supposedly is going to take a very strong pain med, very very strong pain med, out of the game to basically allow him to play. So I don't think he had the surgery yet. I could be mistaken. If he had the surgery, let me know, guys. If Bo Nix had the surgery. Like, here's the deal. If Denver make it to the Super Bowl, I can tell you, unless you're a Broncos fan, unless you're a Sean Payton fan, you will probably be pulling against Denver. Yeah, Rams are really good. They are really, really good. I mean, they beat my Panthers fair and square. They beat the Bears fair and square. They are really good. And the Seahawks losing their starting running back, Zach Chevalier, torn ACL. That is a devastating injury for them because, yeah, they have Kenneth Walker. But if something happened to Kenneth Walker, they're in deep, deep trouble. And the Seahawks like to run the ball a lot. So that could be an issue for them. Even though I think the Seahawks have the advantage. Because playing at home in Seattle is going to benefit them. The crowd in Seattle is rowdy, very loud. It's going to be a very loud atmosphere in Seattle, even though the Rams are used to it because they already played against the Seahawks once in the regular season. But still, this is a NFC Championship game. The Rams have good cornerbacks, but I don't know if they will be able to stop Jackson Smith Njigba. The Seahawks have Rashid Shaheed and so many good players. No, I agree. But here's the deal with the Rams. They are very good. They've been very good, but they nearly lost in the playoffs. They nearly lost to my Panthers, folks. Wild card. Everyone said Rams by 20, Rams by 50. Vegas said Rams by 10 points. They literally nearly lost the game to my Panthers. Then, last week, if DJ Moore catch that ball, the Bears walk off winning the game, and they are traveling to Seattle. So the Rams are vulnerable, folks. They really are. And speaking of DJ Moore, I saw he receive a lot of backlash for not running and catching that ball. But honestly, I think it was just a terrible throw by Caleb Williams. Unnecessary throw. Unnecessary throw. I mean, the Bears had momentum. Why are you throwing the ball deep, 30 yards down the field when you can check down, when you are about 15, 16 yards away from being in field goal range? So it wasn't necessary type of a throw by Caleb Williams. So all the blame on that throw should be on Caleb Williams, not on DJ Moore, because Caleb Williams overthrew that ball. And as far as the AFC, championship game. I don't believe the Broncos and the Pats play this season. Yeah, DJ Moore is a good wideout. I would love to take him back in Carolina. The Bears can get Xavier Legette. He's a good wideout. I think he's underrated. I think he's underappreciated, to be honest with you. I really believe he's underappreciated, undervalued. DJ Moore. That's what I truly believe about him. He's underappreciated. And I won't be surprised if the Bears end up trading DJ Moore. It won't shock me if the Chicago Bears trade DJ Moore. Like a team, like we mentioned earlier, AJ Brown, potentially Bills. If I'm the Bills, if I don't get AJ Brown, I call the Bears and I try to acquire DJ Moore. Because Buffalo need wide receivers. They need good wide receiver. Now I know you would, but you already have two-star wideout. Number one wideout, Malik Nabels and Wendell Robinson Jr. And Slayton, Devance Slayton. So that could be a possibility. Buffalo. What's up, Leo? Oh, I see. You guys should bring him back. You guys should bring him back. I mean, he's a pretty good number two wideout. He's a pretty good number two wideout. He did put up good numbers last season when Malik Nabels went out with the ACL. Who is your team, Leo, now? I see it's number 7, so I'm presuming you're probably Fernando Mendoza fan, or maybe a Bijan Robinson fan. Like, I'm just guessing. But anyway, guys, if you haven't done so, smash the like button. Okay, calm down. Little Nazo, calm down. Let's all relax. Let's all relax, folks. Just YouTube, folks. Just YouTube, NFL. Not a big deal. But what is a big deal, folks? If you guys subscribe, if you guys turn the bell notification on, if you guys smash the like button, because doing all of those stuff help YouTube channel grow and monetize. And I would be grateful to get 500 subs before the Super Bowl. 500 subscribers before the Super Bowl. That will make me ecstatic to have 500 subscribers before the Super Bowl. And if you like video gaming, you're on the right channel, because Friday night we are rebuilding the Buffalo Bills. As I mentioned earlier, I will have 10 seasons to win 2 Super Bowls with the teams that never won the Super Bowl, even though they've been in existence. Oh, okay. So anyway, Buffalo, I'm rebuilding them on Madden 2026. Friday night, we have 10 years to win 2 Super Bowl. First 2 seasons, I have to keep Josh Allen on the roster. But here's the deal. If I don't win the Super Bowl, I have to trade Josh Allen. But to make it more complicated, literally everyone from Buffalo, except for Josh Allen, I'm going to trade him away. Because Buffalo is a good team, but I don't think Buffalo will win the Super Bowl and made it 2026 fair still. So I'm going to trade away literally everyone except for Josh Allen. I won't have the salary cap off, but I will be using real draft class 2026, 2027, 2028 draft. And we will see what the Bills do, what the Bills Mafia do. Can I save the Buffalo Bills? Because I know Sean McDermott could not. I know Terry Pegula is a very controlling owner. Can I save the Buffalo Bills? Can I save the Bills? The Bills Mafia? Can I save them? Because that is my goal, folks. I need to save the Buffalo Bills, the Bills Mafia. I need to save Josh Allen's career because he's a future Hall of Famer without playing in the Super Bowl. I mean, look at Mahomes. He's a Hall of Famer and he's won multiple Super Bowl. How many Super Bowl has Josh Allen won? How many Super Bowl has Josh Allen played in? Zero. Zilch. How many Super Bowl Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow played in? 2. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So I need to save the Bills, and I'm going to do that Friday night. And we should have a show next Friday, next Tuesday, maybe next Tuesday. We'll have another show talking about more NFL, talk about the Pro Bowl, NFL news, look ahead into the Super Bowl, which, if Denver make it, most people will not pull for them. Unless you live in Denver, unless you're a Broncos fan, unless you're a Bo Nix or Sean Payton fan, you will not be pulling for the Broncos. I have a feeling. You will pull in for the NFC team. But if the Broncos don't make it against the Pats, against the Seahawks, I honestly might pull for the Pats because Drake May is from Charlotte. So I might pull for the Pats. If it's Pats Rams, I don't know. I mean, if the Rams win, the Panthers beat them in the regular season. Does this mean the Panthers was a great team? Great team? I don't know. If the Pats win, they beat us. Embarrassing. So that would mean the Pats' loss wasn't so bad. Now, if the Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl against the Broncos, guess what? My Carolina Panthers next season will have to play at home against the Seahawks and against the Broncos. That's what we get for finishing in first place and winning the NFC South. Am I complaining about it? No. Absolutely not. Because just because you are making it to the playoff Super Bowl run this season does not mean you will do that next season. But one thing for sure, smash the like button, subscribe, turn the bell notification on. I will see you guys Friday night for a Buffalo Bills rebuild. Until then, good night, stay warm, keep pounding, and see you on Friday night.